Let's talk about the under nice side now. This has to be the side with the most surprises, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start with height, of course. Prediction, dramatic increase, reality, moderate increase. So I was a little off the mark here, but everything I said was spot on. His assists are still great, and 6P being boosted makes him great for any team. He's typically only passed over by a few, and I mean very few, better options. Nothing else much to say here. Lene, prediction, slight increase, reality, slight increase. First one I was right about so far. Like I said initially, it's not that Lene is a bad character, she just hits you with a lot of bug bites. There's not much else to say. Waldstein, prediction, slight decrease, reality, slight to moderate increase. Okay, so I was off the mark on this one. I really thought the 6P hit would scare people away. Instead, it seems to have people starting to just pair him with characters that put their opponents on a lot of block stun. This way, the startup can kind of be ignored. So needless to say, I was off the mark on this one for sure, but let's continue. Carmine, prediction, slight decrease, reality, slight decrease. Yeah, funny what happens when you have to put in real effort, isn't it? Looks like the health cost scared all the people away. Won't find me losing sleep over it though. Aurier.
There goes my baby. Ooh, girl, look at you.
Prediction, unchanged, reality, dramatic decrease. Okay, probably my biggest blunder here. So when looking over the patch notes, it looks as if Aurier was basically getting glossed over. No significant buffs, no significant nerfs. In reality, this was the actual problem. See, while every character got either quality of life changes or buffs altogether, Aurier got hit with everything but quality of life changes. Yeah, her 4P is amazing now, but her instant overhead not being so instant anymore is a big problem. Overall, the problem with her now is that she's far too honest. In fact, I would argue that she's been demoted to the worst in her class because of what she got, or rather did not get. I'll still play the character because that's what character loyalty is all about. Out of the two teams though I'm known for, my wife's Batista is definitely the stronger of the two now. Gordeau, prediction, legendary Pokemon status, reality, dramatic decrease. What happened? I thought everyone was going to keep playing him because they loved his design. Funny thing, what happens when you can't turn off player interaction? No one wants to play you then. Now to be fair, some people still do play the character while trying to hide behind EX Grim Reaper because 5P alone isn't cutting it anymore. I don't have many complaints about that, honestly. The character just isn't as degenerate now. And not being degenerate means nobody wants to play you. Merkava, prediction, slight increase, reality, moderate to dramatic increase. Speaking of degenerate, guess who got hidden buffs? That's right, and because of these buffs and a certain player saying that the character is top tier, the sheep practically tripped over themselves running to have a pocket Merkava. You can say I'm out of line for calling people sheep, but Merkava was in the game for 6 months. To say that he was never seen would be an understatement. I'm just gonna move on because there's not much to say here. Once he loses those hidden buffs, he'll go back to practically where he was. Batista.
Mine.
Prediction, Zubat status, reality, dramatic increase. Okay, now we've come to probably the best assist character in the game in my opinion. What she didn't get to her actual kit, she more than made up for in terms of her 5P and her 6P. Her 6P makes any point character fearless, and the hit stun on her 5P and its finisher allows for so much setup. She'll definitely end up getting toned down in the future, that's for sure, because she's just far too great right now. I wager the only reason she doesn't see any more play is because if you're not playing her, you're most likely playing someone who negates her in most cases. Yuzuriha, prediction, I didn't have one. Reality, moderate to dramatic increase. So like I said, I didn't really have a prediction for this one, not because I couldn't make one, but it was because of the way the patch notes read for the character. But regardless, since Mitsuru Yuzu is a new team scythe that everyone likes to play because of how little player interaction it allows, is anyone really shocked that she had a dramatic increase in play? That's all the nice things I have to say about the character, needless to say. Mika, prediction, dramatic increase once she gets off the ground, reality, slight increase. Well, like I said in the prediction when it came to Mika, she'll pick up steam over time, because I definitely think the character has a lot of untapped potential. If only I didn't mind her voice, I'd probably actually play the character. So that's the under nice side, guys. Next time I'll address the Ruby characters and as well as the DLC characters in the same video. Was there someone you were surprised that doesn't see much play from the under nice side? Let's talk about it in the comments below.